It wasn't so long ago that a guy by the name of Eric Orwell went viral. He's a Caucasian man that's living in Arkansas, and his group, RTTL, Return to the Land, they're going viral for building all white communities in Arkansas and in Missouri. And he was interviewed on TMZ. He was asked a particular question.
Why is European heritage the purest form of European heritage, something that you embrace to the exclusion of others?
Okay, guys, you heard that question. His response was pretty interesting.
Well, for something to be what it is, it has to not be other things.
So for something to be one thing, it cannot be the other. This is his defense for starting an all-white town. He wants to have shared values, shared phenotype, a particular shared culture. And what he's saying is, as much as I may like you or I may think highly of you, you are not this because you are something else. And this is important for racism. This is where it starts. There's a fundamental principle about it. Anybody who practices that will say, because you are not this, you are the other thing. And then the two things cannot mix.
What's up, y'all? This your boy MAZ. That's big facts. Now, what he's showing, this is pretty much like the foundation of racism. This is how it starts. You know, they always want to make it seem like some of these white supremacists, they always want to make it seem like we're not trying to hold nobody else down, but we just want to integrate with our own. That's fair, but the thing of it is, it always ends up with the agenda of the subjugation of black people. That's always on the agenda, regardless of what they tell you.
Right, you know.
But this hasn't stopped certain people from grifting. And one of the guys that grift a lot are the Hodge twins. Now, the Hodge twins started off on YouTube doing, in my honest opinion, bodybuilding and satire, and they built a really, really, really big fan base. Well, their low budget videos and lack of innovation in the way they were going caused their fan base to fail. And people started to notice a change in the content.
Somebody needs to study the fall off of the Hodge twins, because I was really thinking about this the other day. I was like, is this a case of like chasing the bag and also inadvertently fumbling a future bag?
So this particular person was a fan of the Hodge twins, and he realized something.
Like them two being these two big, light-skinned, raunchy brothers that are twins just makes sense in those kind of movies. Judd Apatow would have loved the Hodge twins, right? And I think to myself, that potential was screwed up because they thought to themselves, the conservative money will always be consistent and will always be coming. It's just
Big facts. So you see, guys, a lot of these black conservatives, they're really grifting. They're just saying what they're saying to appease white folks, to appease white conservatives, and to get a bag, more importantly. Because deep down, they really don't believe that bullshit that they pushing. They're just doing it to get a bag from these white folks. They really finessing these white folks, these white conservatives. That's really what they're doing. You know, you got people like Brandon Tatum, Candace Owens, and the Hodge twins, you know, Jason Whitlock. They're grifting.
it's always going to be there.
So he understood something that's pretty interesting. First of all, the Hodge twins, they could have went to Hollywood with their natural talent, but they sold out. And how did they sell out? Well, they started making conservative media content. But what kind of content? Well, it was the content that started disrespecting blacks. If you can go to their Twitter space, they do it all day long. Look at this one, July 29th. The kids get on it too. If you think blacks today are bad, just wait for the next generation. This is a lot of their content. Look at this one. The black trans-genders are always the worst. He also says this, black guy with the pack and black hoodie embarrasses himself in AutoZone when the manager was watching him. So basically what happened.
See, what I noticed about these black conservatives, they always use keywords to trigger their white conservative, their far right white conservative base. They always throw black this, black that on the title first. because they know that triggers their alt-right base. You know what I'm saying? The alt-right fan base that don't like black people. And another thing that I noticed about them is, especially the Hodge twins, they'll do it and say anything just to appease their white base. They will never criticize or call white people out for racism. They'll never do that. They've never done that. They're always gonna, whenever a black person is subjugated, they'll always find a way to try to villainize the victim and make the perpetrator the hero. They do it all the time. They do it. Candace Owen does it, and Brandon Tatum. All three of those guys do that. They've done it every time.
Happens is that the Hodge twins went from a comedic duo to an anti-black conservative duo in order to make money once their comedic duo started going down. And you got to understand something, that their mother was black, so they love their black mother a lot, but they did grift to this particular kind of conservative anti-black leaning space alongside of people, let's say like Candace Owens or Brandon Tatum. And it's gotten a lot of people upset.
The Hodge twins are demons, bro. These two guys are demons. There's no other word to describe them. They have millions of followers. They've been on YouTube and they've been on social media for over 10 years, and they built their platform basically by bashing black people, and they decided to use their platform to attack a 17-year-old, a young man, not even an adult yet. And they're using their platform to try to attack not only this man's character, his family's character, before the trial even starts, so that way the public view will not think highly of him or his family.
As you can see here, you have somebody upset because that the Hodge twins were basically, they're hating on Carmelo Anthony only to appease their all-white audience.
Big facts. They do this all the time. See, when a black person does something bad, they'll try to make him into be a super predator. And they'll say anything. They will villainize him to death. They will villainize him to the point they'll say anything to please their white audience. These two Sambo soldiers, they are so far in, they're so deep into this, they can't go back. And another thing, guys, if you want to be a content creator, the fastest way to make money is making conservative content denigrating blacks. You'll shoot up just like that. Selling out your own people, you'll shoot up just like that. Because see, nowadays there is a market for denigrating blacks. And you know, a lot of these black conservatives, they really don't believe that bullshit that they're pushing. They just know they can make a lot of money off it.
Fast forward. Now, one of the things that the Hodge twins will do is they will react to videos. And it just so happened that they were reacting to the Eric Arval video, and they were reacting to this new all-white town documentary, and they said something that was interesting.
To be honest, I don't want to live in the United States of America if it's not majority white. Once it becomes majority non-white,
it's fucking pathetic.
Man, it's gonna be a much different country. It's gonna be a much different country. Well, that's just a fact. If you look at if you just look at voting statistics, how ethnicities other than white vote, this country would be totally different. So I understand the fear of white people wanting to live in a country that's majority non-white. I understand that fear wholeheartedly because I don't want to live in a country that's majority.
They're lying, guys. They're lying. Because the thing of it is, they're opportunists. Let's say and as a matter of fact, guys, the country is always going to be majority white. These white people are going to fight tooth and nail to keep this country majority white. And that shit don't really bother me because these white people don't scare me. But the thing of it is, with these guys, these two Sambo soldiers, they're opportunists. So they'll flow wherever the wind blows. So let's say that the country was getting more brown. They'll start catering to those people. And you see, that's why these guys, people like them and Candace Owens and Brandon Tatum, they always getting disrespected. by these white people, because these white people know that they can't go back to their community and have any kind of respect. So they have to stay over there, because they damn sure can't come over here with us. All the bullshit that they've been saying, no, they can't come over here with us. Like them, Candace Owens, Brandon Tatum, Jason Whitlock, they can't come around us. No. So they have to stay over there and do what they're doing, because this is pretty much it for them.
Non-white, because it would systematically change our country.
Now, they said something that was interesting there to me. They don't want to live in America when it's not the majority of white people, even though they themselves are not white. So they're saying if the white people leave America, they're going to leave America too. What? But they're not the only guys that talk like this.
America is a nation, not just from an economic standpoint.
Oh, Lord, yo, here come Myron, yo, the biggest coon on the internet.
But we also have an identity too, a cultural identity. And I'll tell you guys this too. As someone who's a first generation American, my family's from Sudan, etc., I should not be saying this stuff, but I'm going to be honest. A lot of these guys that come from the third world, to include my old homeland, come here and scam. And the reality is, if we want America to say America, we got to keep it majority white. We got to keep it the way it was founded.
Now that's Myron.
Guys, notice how he said the people from his country scam. Now, when he's talking to black people, or when he's talking at black people, he's always talking about Africans come over here and they do way better than black people, right? But when he's talking to white people, he's actually telling the truth that these Africans come over here and they scam a lot, because that's actually the truth. So when you're talking to white people, you want to talk down on Africans, but when you're talking to black people, you want to talk at black people, at black Americans, and denigrate them to uplift Africans. Funny.
Of Fresh and Fit, basically saying the same thing. He wants an all-white America, even though he's from Sudan originally. We need to keep America white, although he is not white. But there was a time where Myron, who was trying to defend white races, got into a battle with a guy, basically calling him a saying N-word.
But you're sitting behind a anon account, can't even stand behind what the you're saying. You got the nerve to talk to me when I got my real name out there, my real face out there. I'm live every day talking about actually contributing to the fight, and you got the gall to sit there and call me a saying, you piece of shit. I hope you wake up and have the replay of this, and I hope I come on a space I can see your dumb and actually talk to you. This is the problem that we have in these spaces. We got these stupid, autistic that will sit there and say, well, you're not white, so you can't talk about this, or you're... And it's like, okay, Reed, you want to go ahead and have this fight by yourself where no one's going to take you seriously because they're going to just think you're a kid member? That's the problem.
So this is Myron.
Well, shit, Myron, I don't feel sorry for your ass. Your ass shouldn't have been over there. Good for your ass. Guys, that ain't the first time that's happened to him. He's always in these little white supremacist space or talking spaces, and they always shooing away and calling them niggas and shit. He's always getting shooed away by these white people, by these white supremacists. They'll call him a saying nigga, saying N-word, then they'll just shoo him away and kick him out to space. So, and he still comes back for more. He's always talking about like low IQ, but wouldn't that be low IQ to keep trying to be around people that don't want you?
Basically going off on the guy for calling him all of that. But guess what?
And not all of that, guys. He's pretty much, what's the word I'm looking for? He's fighting for a cause, right? He's advocating for them. Not mind you, his lineage is the Sudan. So he's not advocating for his people over there because the Sudan is in shambles. So instead of advocating for those people over there and trying to help them, he's over here advocating for the people that don't like him, that hate his existence. That makes no sense whatsoever.
And you know what's also funny? I'm one of the biggest advocates for white people being able to practice and say white power, be able to maintain their relationship with white women, etc. I'm actually one of the biggest proponents of white people being able to say, hey, I want to keep my race white. I actually respect that, and I fight for their ability to say that. Then you get dads like this guy that come in and try to on one of their biggest advocates that has a platform that's of the other color saying this stupid. Idiots like you make me realize, damn, I shouldn't even be defending these. You're lucky that I really respect freedom of speech, and I'm a free speech absolutist, so I'll fight for your ability to say the stupid ass that you say, you stupid.
He's still telling
guys, when this shit happens to Myron, I actually be glad it be happening to him. He's so fucking stupid. This guy's a fucking idiot. He's literally telling these people, he's literally telling this guy, I'm trying to fight for your right to disrespect me. I'm trying to fight for your right to subjugate me. That's what he's saying. I mean, how pathetic. I mean, he's like literally sitting there groveling and pandering for white acceptance. Pathetic.
guy, look, I support you, even though you're disrespecting me, because I believe in free speech. I'm the one trying to help you guys stay white. Here you are being mean to me, which is.
And another thing, guys, just by him having his presence there alone, they don't respect him. Just by him showing up in that space, they don't respect him. Because, guys, like it or not, these people are smart. They know that you're pandering. They know people like Candace Owens is pandering. They know people like Brandon Tatum is pandering. They know people like the Hodge twins are just be pandering. These white people know that. They're not stupid. And like I said, they know, and this is why they get disrespected all the time. But you see, people like Candace Owens, the Hodge twins, and Officer Tatum, they won't tell you that though. They always get called N-words and shit over there in them spaces, because those people know that you can't come back over here and get the same respect. They know that you can't come back over here and get any respect from us after doing all that old selling out and shucking and jiving. These people know that.
Crazy, because those guys don't even care anything about you, but you're doing that. But this is where the Hodge twins get their Negro wake-up call. So the Hodge twins go on to Twitter, and then they put this message. Hey Arval, I know your community is whites only, but could you make exceptions for us two Negroes? We're not even full sub-Saharan. We are over 40% white. And Arval says this. God bless the Hodge twins. But no.
God, these guys, oh my God, man. These guys are so fucking pathetic. These two fucking idiots, man. I mean, just groveling for white acceptance. You're begging him to stay over there in nowhere land, Arkansas. And guys, this supposed to be like a whites only town. I mean, just by you saying it's a whites only town, don't know black people want to stay there anyway. So y'all ain't upsetting us by saying that. Y'all want this to be a whites only town. When you say that, we don't want to stay there no way. Especially in the motherfucking Arkansas, middle of nowhere, the Ozarks. Ain't no black people finna go out there. So that white dude, he ain't got nothing to worry about, because we ain't going to no damn Ozarks, the middle of nowhere, Arkansas. That ain't appealing to us. We want to be in the damn cities. We want to be by the damn water. We want to be at the beach. We don't want to be in no damn middle of nowhere, Arkansas. Fuck you mean?
It's crazy to be out there defending these Caucasians all day, but the people that you want to appeal to might be closely feeling like Arval, because the majority of the Hodge twins content is anti-black. So if your content is anti-black, it must mean that the whites who are listening to you can feel very closely to you. So they don't want to live around blacks either. But there's a problem. You're black. Myron's black. If they're building an all-white community, they don't want you there, because it's good that you guys are nice and God bless you. And we love the fact that you call out anti-blackness, but you're not allowed here. And it's so crazy is these guys know this. Myron knows it. Hodge twins knows it. The Hodge twins, they're getting paid from it. Myron's not even getting paid from it, but anything to be closer to white Zaddy. If you don't want to be around me, I'm not going to help you why you don't want to be around me. That's stupid, but that's how sick that some blacks are. You would rather help somebody who dislikes you, doesn't want to be anywhere around you, and fight other people to help them basically get ahead. You sound stupid. But guys, what do you?
Yeah. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson, man. Shout out to that brother. Yeah, guys, man. These Sambo soldiers, man, they getting out of control. I mean, I call these guys the Coon Avengers. Candace Owens, Jason Whitlock, Myron Gaines, the Hodge twins, and Officer Tatum. They're the Coon Avengers. The Sambo soldiers. They'll do anything for white Zaddy, and they'll do and say anything for white approval. But anyway, y'all, this your boy, Mazo, Mazo Capone. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. Like and subscribe, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm out.